And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes!
Hey, we got to give the band a raise, man.
Eric and Glenn, breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
Yeah, the boys are doing a good job. Give them a raise, Eric.
All right, welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live, where we're talking playoff baseball, Glenn. Fourth game is in the freaking books. Tight one.
I don't want
Exciting.
to. I don't want to
Hey.
say. I don't want to say anything or rub it in, but Eric, I'm 4 for 4 today.
Hey, I was 2 for 4, so I'm okay. But I'll tell you what, this game, the last game, Mariners Tigers, goes to 11 innings. Probably the most intense game of today. We had a couple of blowouts, a close one in Philly, right? Close one, but this one, man, it was all pitching. It was all pitching, and then
Yeah, you know why it was. You know why it was a good game, Eric. You know why it was a good game. That was playoff baseball to its finest.
Yeah. And that's had free passes, man. This is what happens. You give up a free pass to lead off an inning, man. And I know the commentators talk about it, but look, that's something that's just it's part of baseball. You get into late games like that, and there's not, and you give up and then you have a wild pitch in there somewhere. Oh, come on, man. To be honest with you, I don't know why they brought Vargas in. And look, I don't know what the strengths are with Seattle Mariners. You know, we're Giants fans here. I really don't know much about the Seattle Mariners bullpen, but it seemed like this guy Vargas probably wasn't the best option. I mean, he's got stuff, but man, alive. I tell you, Seattle was rocking. Those fans were freaking rocking. Unfortunately, they came up short. So, and this is big for Detroit, because who does Detroit throwing tomorrow, Glenn? They're throwing their ace. They're throwing out Tariq Skubal. So, and the funny thing is there was hardly any hitting. They were talking about that in the broadcast, right? Riley Green, the last hit that the Tigers had prior to the 11th was a single by Riley. So, man, dude, tough. Again, I'm pulling for Seattle just because I haven't seen Seattle there in a while. Detroit was in the playoffs last year. I just want to see what Seattle could do. But again, it's coming down to the pitching, Glenn. It always seems to come down to the pitching.
Playoff baseball, Eric. If you don't have the pitching and
Love it.
defense, you know what happens. You said it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And if you get hot at the right time, that's you got 162, right? You're going to have your ups and your downs. And it's good when you go on a winning streak. But there's times in a season that you go on a losing streak. The thing that you don't want to happen when you get into the playoffs is to wind up going into that losing streak mode, because then it's hard to get out of. And look, it's not going to be easy for Seattle, even though it's home field. You're going up against Tariq Skubal tomorrow. It's not going to be easy. That guy, man. Whoo-wee. What is it today? Let's take a look at the starting pitchers. Melton, he went 4 innings. Only gave up 1 earned run, had 4 strikeouts, only 2 hits. Kirby went 5. He gave up 6 hits and 2 earned, but he had the strikeout pitch going. He had 8 strikeouts today. And then the bullpen, I mean, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bullpen arms for the Tigers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the Seattle Mariners. Again, that's where the game is today. It's about the starting pitcher going 3 or 4, and then in comes the bevy of relievers. And it's just, it's hard for me. Look, I don't mind going to the bullpen, but how about we go to the bullpen in the 7th? 7th, 8th, or 9th. That makes sense for me, but
I don't think that's going to be the case tomorrow, Eric, with Skubal on the hill, though.
yeah. It's not going to be easy. Santiago, what's up? He goes, Mariners got swept by the Dodgers at the end of the season. Yeah, that's what you don't want to do, especially when you're ending the season. Look, does it mean anything? Not necessarily, but again, you like to go. You want to get into the playoffs hot. You don't want to come, you don't want to get in there cold. As you can see, with the Dodgers sweeping the Mariners, look how well they've been playing in the postseason, right? I'm
looking at tomorrow's best bets, Eric. The Jays underdogs to the Yankees. Of course, I think that Vegas is looking at, well, who the hell is Trey Savage? And Detroit at Seattle to be game number 2. Seattle is the heavy underdog, almost as heavy underdog as the Blue Jays tomorrow. Why? They're basing all of the betting line on the pitching, Fried and Skubal. So might be a couple of games. Blue Jays, Mariners, a couple of games there. Maybe you could score some coin, right, Lou?
Yeah. There you go. All right, let's take a look at the line.
4 for 4. I had a nice day today here.
The line today. Let's look at this real quick here. Hold on. Let me zoom this in, make it a little easier to read here. Let's start with the Mariners here. What did they do today? With the bat in hand. Well, the final, there you go, 3-2 and 11. 3 runs on 7 hits for Detroit. Seattle, 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Winner is Vest, loser is Vargas. Rosarena, 0-4. Cal Raleigh, 3 hits. Freaking Jesus Rodriguez, 3 hits. And then a lot of zeros after that.
Oh, my God, Eric.
That's it. 2 guys. That's it.
Dude, we signed off in the 5th inning of that game. Our prior show, those were the only 2 guys who had hits then. That was the 5th.
That's it. What's up, Kyle? Kyle of the McKiernan clan. Unite the clans. Unite them. But yeah, 2 guys. That's it.
He's bad.
That's it. Josh Naylor didn't do anything. Polanco didn't do anything. Suarez didn't do anything. Ken Zone, whoever he is, didn't do anything. Robles did nothing. Raleigh came in towards the end, and Crawford did nothing. Incredible. 8 strikeouts for them, 2 walks. They were 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position. And as we see, Kirby went 5. The rest of the bullpen was great until it got to Vargas. But what are you going to do? He did have 2 strikeouts, but he gave up that walk, and that's all it freaking took. Let's look at the Tigers line. Torres, Gleyber, 1 for 5. Carpenter, 1 for 5. Riley Green, 2 for 5. 0 for 3 for Torkelson, but he drew a walk. That walk was huge because he was able to take second on the wild pitch. And then he was able to score with that base hit up them. I don't know why the second baseman. Can anyone tell me why the second baseman was playing so far to the right of the infield? Right. So I don't know why he wasn't a little bit closer to the bag, but whatever. That's just the way they positioned him, and the ball was able to get through. Whatever. I guess it would have, even if he was over, maybe he wouldn't have been able to get it. Keith had a hit today on 2 at bats. Perez 0 for 2. Dingler 0 for 4. McKinstry 1 for 5, and again, McKinstry was the hero because he had that base hit that scored the run, the go-ahead run. Baez 0-4, and Meadows 1-4. 2 for 11.
It was shades. You watched the game, Eric? You watched the final, right?
I watched bits and pieces of it. Yeah.
You know what it was shades of for me? 2021 when Bellinger came up to play. Bellinger can't hit, and Giants pitching is dominant. They're the worst hitter. Why they got Bellinger? No problem. So the announcer was saying similar things. This pitching's great, and they're not getting a timely hit. And then I believe you heard the crack of the bat, and he's like, right on cue.
Yeah,
dude, it's always the way. Murphy's Law. I love when they say stuff like, I go, I know what's coming next. And
come on. Do you think he should have thrown him a freaking fastball? But we're crying over spilt milk here. So
you're going to get into the pitching now, Eric. And one thing I've noticed of all series, and it goes back to the opening round, and you heard the term "every man on deck." These teams are not afraid to just pull arms out of the pen. We're seeing some teams 5 and 6 relievers in a game, Eric.
That's playoff baseball right now. And again, let's talk about. Let me see in the chat. Let me hear what you guys have to say. Do you guys like this style of baseball? for playoff. Look, the playoff baseball is exciting. I'm just talking specifically about the pitching. Do you like this where you're going to the bullpen where you got starters that are going maybe four? What yesterday, San Diego, not yesterday, day before yesterday, right? Or was it day before? God, day before yesterday. Yu Darvish goes 1 inning. Next thing you know, he can't get through the second and he has to go to pull. Now, I get that because he had nothing. But do you like it that when some of these guys are just going only a few innings and next thing you know, it's the bullpen parade? I get it because you don't want those guys. You want to keep the opposing lineup off balance. But I don't know. If the guy is good, just keep him out there.
Don't you feel, Eric, though, that, and I'm against it, truly, and I was against it at the end of the season with the Giants, taking Tang out back-to-back. Tang gives up his first hit of the game here in the fourth. Get him out of there. They're going to the pen. I mean, Eric, don't you feel like I do that if a pitcher, your starter, is doing exactly what he should be doing, that going to the bullpen at that point is opening yourself up? Eventually, you keep going to the bullpen, keep going to the term, going to the well too often, Eric. Sooner or later, somebody's going to come in, and we see it. The games earlier today, you'll see one byline, a bad inning. Why? You keep going with pitcher after pitcher. So they all got to be flawless?
Yeah, I know.
Blue Jays did that last year in the postseason. I don't know if you recall, Eric. Oh, they were calling for people's heads in Toronto last year. Management, coaches, managers. Because the Blue Jays took somebody I can't recall. So their starting pitcher in the second inning got lifted. I think it was Barrios or somebody like that. And they were like, what the hell
and he was doing
on?
Okay, right? He was doing okay.
2 innings, Eric. 2 innings. And he had struck out like 4. And then, they're like, whoa, they're going to the pen. Bob, I didn't see that coming. Jesus, nobody did.
And I understand that, RJ. I understand that if your pitcher doesn't have it, that's a different story. I'm just talking about. Let's talk about this, and it worked for the Cubs in Game 1 of the wild card. Remember Matt Boyd? He was doing pretty good, and Greg Counsell pulled him after only throwing 58 pitches, and he was there. He showed no sign of fatigue, but yet he went out there and he grabbed him. I just don't like it. That
must have been the philosophy today, Eric, because when I went on without you earlier today, don't know if you caught any of the show, I opened up with apparently that was the mindset in Chicago, because the Cubs went right back to Matt Boyd to open this series, and he didn't make it through in the start of the game.
He didn't do too well.
No.
So.
I don't know. I think you're rushing them. I think the days of bringing in a mad bum on short notice and rolling the dice.
I tell you, there was nothing better.
Dude, that was an anomaly. Let's face it. The guy, baseball history, if you will. But again, it's like going to the well too often, Eric. You're going to do that. You can't bring guys in on 2 and 3 and 4 days. Well, 4 days notice even wouldn't be fine. Get fine, but
right.
They had no business bringing in him. Did you think?
Well.
The philosophy would be, well, he didn't do much work in his first outing.
No.
Speaking of pitching, if you are the Seattle Mariners right now, you're in the dressing room, Eric.
Scared. Yeah.
Tomorrow,
I guess scared. Maybe that might be the. Yeah, Scooble's not going to be easy. He is not going to be easy at all, man. I mean, not
if you go down 2-0, buddy. You go down 2-0.
You got some righties. I mean, Cal Raleigh. Where does he bat better from the left or the right? That I don't know. But he can switch over to the right side.
I think
you got
left.
You got Suarez. You got Rodriguez. You got Rosarena who bat from the right. And they should hopefully be able to. But then again, this is Tariq Skubal. This guy he's probably going to be your Cy Young for the American League, right? So
they couldn't fit all his strikeouts on the board in Game 1, Eric. He had 14.
I know.
And poor Dan Wilson.
It's not going to be easy.
If they lose tomorrow, Eric, poor Dan Wilson. You know what'll be happening by Wednesday? They got to be fired.
I know.
Poor managers, dude. There is such and we talked about it briefly earlier about you're hearing reports that there may be some traction to Mike Schilt, maybe out as manager in San Diego. And I'm like, Eric, in a league this diversified and you can't win every year. You could have
No.
the best team for years.
Yes.
Like, I feel the Dodgers should have won more championships, Eric. They didn't get the job done. You still rolled with your best player. I don't think you could put all, and you backed up this statement. You can't put all the blame on a manager, Eric.
You can't. The players have got to go out there and execute. They have to. If you don't, well, guess what?
And I know it's hyperbole. Good job. I know it's hyperbole in a way, but in some respects, I got to give credit to guys on the Giants, like Adames, and I believe Webb did as well. I mean, they stood up for their manager, and they go, "We didn't get the job done, and it's not the manager's fault." So you got to give the. I know it's hyperbole too, but got to give the manager his due. He did the best with what he had. This was a flawed Giant team, but then to go out and just, I mean, Mike Schilt would be a find for any other team. He'll be out of work 8 minutes, Eric. We'll be going on to do we'll be doing a show saying Mike Schilt is fired, and we won't even on the same show. We'll be going, this just in, Mike Schilt has been hired, Eric. he'll be on the market for about 8 seconds.
We could talk about that for a little bit here, talking about managers. And again, like you said, Mike Schilt, you brought up Marty's show yesterday. Barry Bloom thinks he may be getting the old heave-ho. And I was like, wow, you remember we brought that up. Remember 2 days ago we were talking about, and we were just, I'm talking about the one we did with Postgame, and I was just kind of.
That was a good show too, though. That was a good show.
Yeah. But I was just kind of joking around, and basically kind of just talking to the chat, because I see that a lot in Giant Sports Talk Live. Most of you guys here, you know what we're talking about. There was a lot of criticizing of Bob Melvin because of what he couldn't do with the San Diego Padres. And I brought it up. Hey, well, Mike Schilt should get fired because he didn't do much with the same type of lineup. And I was just joking. I didn't think there was anything to it. And lo and behold, you're starting to hear Mike Schilt might be fired from the San Diego Padres. Well, staying in line with that, news broke yesterday. We talked about it just a little bit earlier. Skip Schumacher accepted the managerial position with the Texas Rangers. Kind of saw that coming. Wasn't rocket science that he was probably going to be a Texas Rangers manager, considering he was a special assistant for the team. So there you go. That's one of the guys. I know a lot of people were high on Skip Schumacher, but he will not be coming to the San Francisco Giants.
I am of the opinion, Eric, that if you're a franchise that fires your manager every second year, you got bigger problems than the manager. It's not the manager. You got internal problems. And
that's a fact.
You cannot run your ball club.
That's a fact. There's something going on with that San Diego club, and what it is, we have no idea. And all we could do is speculate. But there's absolutely something wrong. I mean, you've gone through Tingler and Melvin, and now you've gone through maybe Schilt. Maybe he comes back. We'll find out. Yeah, there is something going on with that franchise, not only with the ownership group and the fight that they're having, but also with the baseball operation sides of the house. So, also yesterday,
the Giants have to have. Sorry, Eric. I was going to say before you get off the manager, I think the San Francisco Giant job has to be one of the most lucrative. Look where they are now, what they've sort of got in place. They're not going to go backwards at this point. I think that would be a very lucrative position for any guy looking to step into a managerial role. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I don't think you can't lose. I think you can own that. Look, Eric, that team is on the cusp of the playoffs 2 years in a row. This year should have been there, but they were missing some pieces. Again, I'll say they were flawed. We didn't have the bullpen, and of course, when Buster broke it up at the trade deadline, I thought, he's mailing it in. That's it.
Yeah, because the team, he came out and said it too. The way that the team was playing, there was no guarantee, even if we kept them, that we were going to do anything. Right?
So it's close. I mean, we could make you the manager. You get him in. I mean, you're the hero. All of a sudden, they're saying, "See, Eric was the right man for the job." I think this is a position that, and I think there are guys out there to a man who are like, "Honey, we're moving to San Francisco if I can get this job."
Right,
San Francisco, you're damn right, because they are on the go. They're on the rise.
Think about it. It's the San Francisco Giants. It's a legendary organization. And and you got Buster Posey. He's come out and said, yes, this year didn't work out like it should have. right? And if you get to go manage for the San Francisco Giants, which, could be on the up and up, we'll see what happens. I think this is going to be a busy offseason. But man, that who wouldn't jump at that opportunity? Speaking of which, news broke also yesterday that Kurt Suzuki supposedly had an interview with the Giants yesterday. I guess he was spotted in San Francisco. So,
any other catchers, Eric?
There's a few catchers. You got that Craig Albernaz, you got Nick Hundley, you got now Kurt Suzuki. I mean, who else is out there? What other names were floating out? Oh, you got Mark DeRosa. I don't know where he may fit in this whole picture. I don't know.
He's my choice. He's my pick.
I got a feeling, though, that they got to announce it sometime soon, right? I mean, how long do you go for job interviews before you say, that's my guy? And look, Buster Posey said he has a short list. I think, right? Didn't he say he had a short list, or he has a list? So if he has a list, it doesn't take long to get those interviews. Matter of fact, you can probably get all those interviews done in one day if you wanted to.
He's gotten the majority of them. Apparently, he's got the majority of them out of the way, Eric. And I said to you on the show on the night the day that broke. Do you remember? I said, Eric, if you're I think it was on the Hot Corner last week. I said to you and the boys, if you're Buster Posey, this wasn't a fly-by-night decision. You've had to have some thoughts about this for the last little while anyway. You had to mentally you've compartmentalized some of the choices already. He's not going into this blind, Eric. If he's setting up the interviews that quickly, 48 hours later, we're doing interviews, this has sort of been in the works.
I think so. I got a feeling it was. I got a feeling that it's probably within maybe the last, maybe after the debacle in LA, the way that they just, I bet you I wouldn't be surprised. He was like, all right, I know what he may have already been leaning that way because the Giants were already starting to fall out of it. But after that series, I got a feeling he probably was like, you know what? I think we may have to move on.
Yeah, and we talked about it on the Hot Corner too. I think we were all to a man of the same idea, thought. I don't think Dan was on the same board, but it had to happen Monday morning. Yeah,
it had to. You had to make a decision, yay or nay, whether or not he's coming, because that was going to be out there. So you nip that in the bud, and hey, and he made his decision. Bob Melvin is no longer with the Giants, and they're moving on. Just Mig says, I know it's all about the playoffs, but the offseason exciting. 100%. I'm telling you, if you're a Giants fan, there's reason to be excited for the simple reason there's so much going on. I mean, you sit there, you're going to find a new manager. Along with that, you're going to get some new coaches because you need a new third base coach because Matt Williams said he's gone. You need a new bench coach because Christensen said he's going to be gone. I got a feeling they may move on from the hitting coaches, but nothing has been announced about that. So it's going to be a new manager, new coaching. And then of course, what players are going to be added to the roster to make this team better. What you got?
I'm just looking something up now, Eric. So I was just looking up. I don't know if you mind me reading this. I was just looking up because I'm more leaning towards Mark DeRosa. And you had just mentioned again, we've done it several times. You brought up a great point. A new manager brings in his
guys,
boys, right? So I'm just reading this off the cup. See, I think this is where it's going to go. Mark DeRosa named, this was back in April. Mark DeRosa returns to the dugout, Team USA, at the World Baseball Classic. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm looking to see who his coaches are.
Oh, I think he had Emmanuel for his bench coach. A lot of people, this is coming from Barry Bloom, last night said Mark DeRosa really wasn't managing the team. It was whoever was with him.
It's Freddie Gonzalez. Freddie Gonzalez is his assistant manager. David Ross, the bullpen coach. And Brian McCann and Michael Young will be the assistant managers as well. So you got three assistants, Freddie Gonzalez, Brian McCann, and Michael Young. And then your bullpen coach, David Ross.
But who was on his staff last time?
Okay. You want to know that?
That's where, because that's what Barry Bloom was saying. Even though Mark DeRosa was the manager, it was really the other guy. I think they said something about, I don't know if it was Charlie Emmanuel or it was somebody. Can't remember.
Oh, and Andy Pettit is the pitching coach.
Yeah. See, and the thing is
Hitting coach Matt Holliday. They're surrounding themselves with.
But that's different. That's Team USA, so they're gonna. It doesn't mean they're gonna go be the pitching coach for the Giants, right?
No, but if he has his boy, I told you, in Cincinnati,
because they're going to have loyalty to maybe teams that they.
So look,
that
they got Tino in this year, and dude, they wouldn't even put Vegas lines on it. You knew who he brings the same assistant coach that he roomed with in Montreal as a 20-year-old, and in Cleveland and in Boston. They're attached at the hip. A lot of these managers, they have their guys, Eric.
Yeah.
So you can read pretty strongly if I do enough research here. When was the last World Baseball Classic? Was that 2 years ago, 24? This is
no,
25,
4 years,
so 23.
Right? Isn't it every
23?
4 years?
Was that far back? Maybe it was.
I think it was, right? Yeah, it would have been 22, I think, right?
Okay. All right. Okay, we were wrong because it says AI pops up. There was no WBC in 21. So let me try 22. 23. So 23, it was DeRosa, Skip Schumacher, Andy Pettit, and Matt Holliday.
There you go. All right. Well,
a shorter list there, but so Schumacher and DeRosa have been talked about, right? Andy Pettit, pitching coach, great choice there. And Matt Holliday, hitting coach. Dude, that's a solid lineup. I'd be happy with it. That
it
right
is.
There.
Well, see, the thing is those assistants wouldn't come with him to the Giant. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's different when you're playing Team USA because you're rallying behind the flag. You're not, a lot of those guys will be loyal to whatever team that they feel like to be loyal to. For example, Andy Pettit.
Don't underestimate it if they want a job.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you also got to remember, when you're doing World Baseball Classic, you're only doing it for a couple of weeks, and then you go back home and do whatever you want.
I understand, Eric. Yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
But I mean, if Mark DeRosa calls up Andy Pettit and says, "I want you to come on. I'm on a 5-year deal. We want you to come to be the pitching coach to the Giants." I'm thinking, I don't hear Andy Pettit's name being thrown around in any organizations. If I'm him and I want to be in baseball, why not?
I think. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
Let me ask you something, Eric. Manager is on the top of the list. We know that. We're just bantering around who might come. Is it safe to say you'd like to see a hitting coach and a pitching coach change? Because I certainly would. I wouldn't mind. Hey, I wouldn't mind.
Pitching coach, I think, is sticking around. I think JP Martinez is pretty damn good. I don't see him going anywhere. Hitting coach, maybe not. I mean, I'll tell you, I've said this a bunch. I talked to Jalal about this too, and Matt Stairs talked about it. The hitting coach, whatever coach, can only do so much, right? They can't stand with you in the box and say, "This is what you got to do." All you could do is you could give them information, say, "Hey, maybe you want to try this approach or that approach, whatever it may be." But when you get in the box talking about the player, you got to be able to do what they're telling you to do to try to get that success. And if you don't, well, guess what? It's not because of the coach. It's because of the player. Simple, right? Simple. But again, I got a feeling they may move on from Pat Burrell just because of the way that the Giants hit throughout the season. It wasn't exactly stellar, to be honest with you. It was downright awful. So,
you know why it's going to be a long off season, Eric? We got a lot of work to do, but you know why? Because we're about a week into this thing, and already you and I are we're talking the same stuff every night. What did I say, Eric? The players, if they don't perform, the shit rolls downhill. The manager's got to go. Management change means he brings in his own guy. It's going to be upheaval, but that's where the Giants stand, Eric. It's the sad tale of the tape this year when you don't perform with the expectation. Eric, at the end of the day, Eric, we were 13 games over 500 and did not make the playoffs, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
That right there. It wasn't that they didn't make the playoffs by if we'd only won 2 or 3 more games. Eric, we had a 13-game lead.
Yeah.
Where we're not lead, but we were 13 games over 500, Eric.
Yeah.
That is cause for dismissal right there. And somebody said in the chat, well, Bob Melvin wasn't given a reason. Bob, there's the reason.
Hey, losing 14 of 15 at home in a row didn't
Don't help either. Jesus.
That didn't help. Midlap says Ryan Flaherty possibly going to the Orioles. I think he's the bench coach for the Cubs. I can't remember. Who's the bench coach for? I've heard his name before. I heard him being associated with the Giants as well, Midlab. What's up, Midlab? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing
And if you're
well.
Bob Melvin, Eric, aren't you going to the ballpark? If you've lost, what did you say, 15 of 16? Or 15 of 17, wasn't it?
14 of 15, I think they lost at home.
Okay, we'll call it that. You lose 14 of 15, Eric. You can't be going to the ballpark every day, patting yourself on the back, thinking, hey, my job's safe. You lose 14 out of 15. You got to be a little worried, Eric.
Yeah.
Call a spade, man.
Yeah. David, Giants' problem is obvious. They strike out too much, yes, and don't hit enough home runs. If they don't fix that, I don't care who the manager is. Well, David, let me talk to you, my friend.
Tell us something we don't already know.
Tell me something. Home runs are great. Hold on. Home runs are great, David. I get it. But that is not the only way, David. You look what, and again, this is just one game. Look what the Brewers did today in the first game in the DS. They scored 9 runs. 9 times they came across the plate, and they did not hit one home run.
Blue Jay baseball.
It's all about making contact, David. That's what I want. Yes, they strike out too much. You know what? Unfortunately, David, that's the part of the game. And look, I hate it. I'm not justifying it. I'm just making an observation. That's part of the game. I'm tired of seeing the strikeouts. I want to just see guys make contact, a la the Milwaukee Brewers and the Toronto Blue Jays. You put the bat on the ball, and a lot of times good things will happen. You do the small things, and guess what? You're going to get rewarded. You play defense. You pitch well. And if you make that contact and you get that timely hitting, look, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's not all about the home run. That's all I'm saying. Now, that being said, yes, the Giants, they got some players that got to work on some things in the offseason. Maybe they, hey, let's just get the contact and not worry about swinging for the fences. That could happen. Who knows? We'll have to find out. But that's who we're going to have. The core of this team is going to be anchored by Devers, along with Adames and Chapman as your supporting characters. Now, what else do you have to? There's the other work that has to be done, right? Maybe Jung-Hoo Lee. I got a feeling Jung-Hoo Lee next year is going to have a better year. Look what he did. This was his rookie year.
Yep.
And he batted 260 something.
Yep.
Defense could be a little bit better.
People still shitting on him.
Right. Elliot Ramos, I thought, had a fantastic year with the bat. The field, look, that's something that could be easily corrected.
Challenge, yeah.
The guy hit 21 home runs, man, in his second year as a Giant. Well, we'll say his first full season as a Giant, I thought was okay. You're going to have to address second base. You're going to have to address right field. We'll see what the Giants do.
Maybe a few other positions too, Eric, because that was the problem. Don't say the team did not hit home runs. There was a wealth of long ball among the players at the top of this lineup, Eric.
There was.
The problem was, and I brought it up on the show last week, you can't have a guy hit 21 home runs and then hit, what's he got? 50 RBIs. That means nobody's on base, Eric.
Well, think about it. Where was Ramos batting most of the year? Leadoff. So when you bat leadoff, a lot of times you're not going to be getting those home runs with someone on base. That's the shitty part of it.
Well, not with this team. There was nothing. They looked like that Seattle Mariner lineup today. 0 for 5, 0 for 5, 0 for 4, 0 for 4, 0 for 5. Too many offers on this team this year, Eric. Too many nights with 3 hits, and I don't have to preach to you. Too many nights when we looked at it. Eric, we were 2 for 17 with runners in scoring position. Got to get the runs in, Eric. And if that's not with the long ball, get me guys who can get hits.
Yes.
Jesus. Watching that Blue Jay. Did you catch any of the Blue Jay game by any chance?
I was in the barber chair most of the time, but yeah, just little bits and pieces.
Geez, you should be bald. That was a long game. A long haircut. Dude, The righties were taking it to left field. The lefties were taking it to right field and left field. Dude, they're a hitting machine. Giants are not a hitting machine.
No, they're not.
You, me, Lou, Dan, we all went to the concession stand when Pat Bailey came up. No sense sticking around now. Let's get a quick break up there.
He came around towards the last 2 months of the season, but he's got to be there the whole season long. That has to be addressed.
Absolutely. I'm not paying you to play 2 months. Right. And I'm paying you to work at your craft, Eric. Again, he was called out for no shower. He get dressed and go home. Come on.
Well,
man.
That was the season before, though. This season, we don't know how he acted. We don't.
We'll soon find out. I'm going to be tuning in to find out more about that.
I got a feeling, look, Bailey, the reason why the focus was a lot on him throughout the season is because there's times that it came, well, the rest of the team wasn't coming through either. And that's the problem. You know, if other guys were coming through in the clutch, that the microscope wouldn't be on him quite as much. But because the Giants weren't hitting with runners in scoring position, there was times where he came up with a key moment online and he didn't come through. But there's also times he had 2 huge moments last year. The inside the park home run and then the walk-off grand slam. I mean, those are monumental. But on the whole, he just needed to do a little bit better coming out of it.
Marcus makes a very, very sad and telling remark about the 25 Giants when he says the top moments of the season were Bailey hits. And if those were the top moments, Eric, really tells you how bad it was.
They were, honestly. Those were
somebody put a YouTube video up, top 10 plays of the Giants. I'm like, you must have had to scour a lot of video to come up with 10 thrillers, because I don't remember 10 thrillers. Do you, Eric?
There's a few. I think Chapman had a walk-off. Had a couple of Dever bombs that were nice out there. Oh, there's some web gems, of course, by Chapman at third base. That guy he can play some third base.
Oh, yeah, but our same crew shit on him because he had 13 errors, Eric. Look at the number of plays out. His percentage of errors to plays made. Come on.
You gotta look at that. There's no doubt about it. Absolutely.
The only thing is, I'm worried. Remember that player the other day? I brought it up on the show. The player for Boston went over the railing into the Yankee dugout.
That was nuts, man.
Vice versa.
That was nuts.
I said, I don't see the older Chapman's getting. I don't see him making plays like that. So the fact that the Yankees went out and got the third baseman from Colorado, Eric, was there for the plucking. But I don't want these long-term contracts to fester. I mean, if we're talking about Matt Chapman again batting .220 next year and the next year and getting his 50, 60 RBIs, Eric, I mean, can't you do better?
Well, it's like that with any big contract. That's the problem.
I know.
Any big contract. It doesn't matter whether it's Matt Chapman or whether it's going to be Shohei Ohtani in year 7 of his contract. Because you know what's going to happen in year 7. It's not going to be very good. It just isn't. It's the same thing with Bryce Harper and his contract. It's not going to age well. Corey Seager with Texas. It's not going to age well. It doesn't. That's unfortunately the issue with Major League Baseball. If you want to get a superstar, you're going to have to overpay, and you're going to have to pay them longer than what you really want to. But you know what? Hey, these teams make an awful lot of money. So,
takes the hunger out of it, though, Eric. If I sign you to a 10-year contract, then all of a sudden
there is something to that.
Dude, I show up. I'm getting paid. What are they going to do? Cut me and pay me? Like, you're going to be Bobby Bonilla getting paid when you're like 73 years old, Eric?
Hey,
I think guys, 2-year contract keeps you hungry.
But the problem is no one's going to sign. Then you're going to have a bunch of nobodies. That's the problem. That's what Farhan did. Farhan was the king of 3-year contracts. And where did that get us? Nowhere. As a matter of fact, majority of the 3-year contracts never even lasted. Right?
But again, the problem
Jorge Soler lasted like 4 months.
I know. But it's a problem. Marcus, you know it. Marcus knows. Ownership of Major League Baseball teams have put us in this precarious situation where players are highly overpaid with ridiculous long-term contracts, Eric. It has ruined the whole hiring process and signing of players.
Look, and it's not going to change. And that's the reason why we're going to go into a lockdown after the 26th season. Ibrahim says, and all the memorable Bailey moments kept big winning stretches. They immediately slumped after each of them. With the pressure back on, big part. Yeah, exactly. Ibrahim has talked about this numerous times. The Giants, when there was no pressure, played really well. When the pressure started to come on to them, that's when they started fading away. And you can't do that. You can't. You're gonna get canned. That's what's
all right. Look
happen.
at this, Eric. Now I'm gonna take this one on because Insane and I've had a little spur today with him.
Well, that is okay.
And he's calling me Glenn. But you also have to factor in that a contract in 2020 compared to the one in 2030 isn't going to look that bad anyway. I think it's going to, Eric, the contracts in Major League Baseball, I can see teams that are just going to have to tell their fan bases, look, we're not spending like we used to. And that's just got to be the way. You know what's going to happen by 2030? And here's my prediction, Eric. I was 4 for 4 today, so I can't be, hey, I know what I'm talking about, Eric. What is going to happen in another 5 years? You name the teams that are going to have radio contracts and television deals. The TV deals are dropping, Eric, like fly. There are teams that can't get home broadcasts. There are teams that their games are up on their websites because no radio station wants to pay for that anymore. Radio, TV becoming dinosauric, if you will. And what's going to happen with that? That's big revenue for these teams bringing in their TV rights. If they don't have the TV money, where are these the teams you talk about? They're selling their tickets and their concessions.
You know what?
A lot of money there, but the TV deals, Eric, make.
You know what's going to happen?
The owners.
Now you're talking TV. Guess what? They are going to make money, but it's going to be a different type of TV. You're going to see who, for example, who's going to cover the game, the opening series between the San Francisco Giants and the New York Yankees next year.
But who's going to pay for it, Eric?
Hold on.
That's the problem.
Oh, people will pay.
His dog has a fire stick now and
Ray, listen to me, Ray. Listen to me, Ray. They'll pay. That is a damn fact. Don't underestimate the American people in going out there and spending money to watch baseball because they will damn well subscribe to Netflix to watch baseball. That's going to be the thing. It's going to be streaming services.
Yeah,
that's what it's going to go to.
I'm finding feeds. And it goes. I talked to you. I said, if we did it, I know you and I would have like the FBI knocking on our door and we'd lose our channel. I go, how do some of these channels? I went on today. All of the games that were played today, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't need to pay for Sirius XM. They were all up on the YouTube playing the radio broadcast of the home teams.
Mm-hmm.
How they get away with it, I don't know. But
yeah, that's something that it always happens.
I know watching the WNBA games, you don't have to pay for the playoff package. The game, somebody's posting it all up online and these Discords where you can go and get a link and watch it anyway. Eric, the days of everything's for free. It's just upon us, Eric.
It is, but that's people hacking. I'm telling you,
cable.
You watch. I've seen this with wrestling. They got, you know how many different streamings they have? They got Netflix, they got freaking ESPN, they got Peacock, and everybody's paying so they could go watch the wrestling. And it's going to be the same thing with baseball. They will play their subscriptions to Netflix or HBO Max, Apple TV. I see what Marcus is saying. That's a fact. They're going to go to it. You may not have like NBC Sports Bay Area, but guess what? The Giants may make a contract with Apple TV, whoever, Hulu, you name it. They'll work a deal and they're going to get their billions. It's going to happen. It's just going to be different. It's going to be streaming rather than being able to use quote unquote cable. It's going to happen.
I agree, Eric. But my fact is that unlike you and I, of course, because you and I are legit people, you can stream it for free. It's there. It's available.
Look, there's always going to be
there are hacks and scams.
There is.
To watch.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. No matter what platform it's on, it'll be available online. Some way it'll be streamed, whether that's on your Fire Stick or your MacBook, or you fire up the big home computer and hook it up to your TV, Eric. The game is there. I don't know any of my buddies who've ever paid the ridiculous prices for what is that fight? UFCs? They charge you like $100 or $50 or $200 to watch like these mega fights. I can speak for every one of my pals. They're like, we don't pay for that. It's available. So that's what's going to kill the contracts and baseball spending. That's my prediction, Eric. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. And by the way, here we are in the postseason. I just want to tip my hat. I mentioned, what was the line I used to you earlier today, Eric? I said, talking about managers and Shilp being fired. Sometimes the best team doesn't win. Sometimes the best team doesn't win. You got a lot of teams out there looking to win one championship from day one of spring training, Eric.
Yep.
So I got to tip my hat to Marcus. Hell of a job this year. Congratulations. And that's all.
He did a hell of a job. Insane. Less people on cable now. The stream. But here's the problem with this insane, right? I haven't paid for cable TV in years. I stream everything. But guess what now? At the time, it was cheap. Now all these streaming services all the prices are starting to, you would hope that they would compete against each other so the prices would come down, but they're not. The prices are going up. And now it's getting to the point of why do I got to stream? Because I cut the cord for a reason. And now the streaming services are doing exactly what cable was doing. Look, I want to be able to just to watch what I want to watch and not have to worry about anything damn else, but whatever. By
the way, it's capitalism, they're saying, Eric, and there's only one place to find playoff, meaningful, constructive, challenging playoff sports talk live, and that's right here on Giant Sports Talk Live. Now playoff sports talk live, a Northern Lights Entertainment production. And speaking of capitalism, Eric.
Giant Sports Talk Live, brought to you by Lefties in Burlingame. Visit Lefties for all of your Giants collecting needs. By GenesisGoldIRA.com, signatures for soldiers. Duxwell Printing, for all of your printing needs in the Bay Area. Visit Duxwell Printing at 37 Wentworth Place in San Francisco. And by BetterCreditCards.com, for the best credit card choice for you. Visit BetterCreditCards.com, covering the San Francisco Giants nightly. Online, we are Giant Sports Talk Live. Now, back to Eric and Glenn.
We go. Support the sponsors. They support us. And, keep the lights on, as I say here. They pay our bills. How do they pay the bills? It's for fine folks going out and supporting the sponsors. You need a Wilmer Flores rookie card? Where do you get that, Eric?
Yeah, where do you get that, Lefties? There you go.
We need to send out some more Giant Sports Talk Live stickers.
Duxwell. Go to Duxwell.
Yep. Yeah. Need a new credit card, Eric?
There you go. BetterCreditCards.com. And then you got your, if you want to support a veteran cause, Signatures for Soldiers is awesome.
And Genesis Gold IRA.
Yep. Oh, yes. Yeah, I didn't have that one in there. We got it before, between the time we did this last year and when we started the beginning of the year.
Oh, we're keeping John happy. John tuned into one show, and I think it was probably the one show back in the day there a few months ago. He goes, I tuned into the show I sponsored, and you didn't mention me. I'm like, logo's up all night.
Hey, it's in our whole show. Come on.
2 and 3 times. I said, John, I give you all the credit in the world at BetterCreditCards.com. He goes, that sounds good to me. So hi to John and his wife, who apparently only tune in once every 3 months, but he sponsors the show. So John, you're welcome whenever you want.
There you go.
What else is going on in the chat? What do we got to chew on tonight?
Oh, still talking streaming services and all that jazz, fun stuff.
I opened up a can of worms.
Oh, it's all good. Anyway, so with Skip Schumacher off the board, let's get back to some Giants here.
DeRosa.
You're going with DeRosa, huh?
I'm going to be watching the MLB network, see when he dips away this week. And he won't be with us on Wednesday. I'm like, oh, really? Yeah, I'll keep an update on that.
I need to hold on. I did it. Okay.
He's come down. He's come down with a bug today. He won't be able to make it in. I was like, ooh, something's brewing.
I'm trying.
He's not an old man either. Not an old man either.
There's something I brought up in the last. Come on, what's going on?
Something festering, something you want to get off your chest, Eric?
I talked about the vote effect, right? Talking about managers. And what was the vote effect? About just because you go hire a man, just because Vogt had a fantastic first couple of years as being a manager, doesn't mean it's going to work for the San Francisco Giants.
Dig enough holes, you find oil, Eric. I mean,
right? It just doesn't. And that's why I don't want people to fall in it, because what I want, and this is just me, for the San Francisco, I want a guy who has some experience being a manager.
You want experience. It's not a training ground.
No, right? Because Buster Posey has come out and said it. He wants to win. If you listen to his end of season presser, he is pretty adamant that he wants to win. And if you want to win, to me, it doesn't seem like you would go with a guy this is his first rodeo, so to speak. It doesn't add up, right? I would think it's going to be a guy that has some type of experience. I would think, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong.
Eric, if they go to Tennessee or they go to some small college, if they find some guy that you and I go, we got to do some research. You know what that spells to me, Eric, and to the fan base and everybody in baseball? That we haven't set our expectations high enough, Eric.
Right.
You want somebody in who goes, I'm going to get the job done. And you have a trust there that he will, not bring in this young guy. I hope it works out. You want a guy that when you hire him, you go, here's the keys to the car. Now go win me the 500.
Right.
Or go win me like 87 and get me into the playoffs.
Dave Roberts would like to have a word with you. What's up, Cliff? How's it going, buddy? I tell you what, there's some guys out there. What's his name? Craig Albanaz. He's got some coaching history. He's been a bench coach and a catching coach. He's coached. So would he be okay? I'd be okay with him.
I just got a text.
Let's hear it.
Just got a text, Eric. So you might have to let your mind wander a little bit to appreciate this. Okay. Apparently you have the cell phones up in the caves somewhere. Apparently the scribe is working on something right now, and apparently we're going to get our next installment. I better get the band ready, Eric. You better get the band ready.
Uh-oh.
You know what's coming.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Scribe is hard at work.
Yeah, I'm sure he's out there somewhere.
You notice back then they didn't even have pens or pencils, yet those
quills.
The quills, those were the most beautifully written things I've ever seen.
It wasn't it?
I'm telling you.
Parchment paper, all that good stuff, man.
But then again, I mean, look at Michelangelo back in whatever year he was painting. It's 2025. I can't do that, so I guess it is what it is.
Let's see. All right, I see where you're going. I'm going to stick on the manager stuff, but who is it going to be? I got a feeling it's got to be soon. No, right? You can't drag this out. Dude, can you? I guess you can, but
no, I think it's going to be by 7, 8, 9 days at the latest. It'll be Monday the following week. It got to be.
Yeah, right?
Got to be.
You can't go past next weekend.
MLB Network. There have been a number of different channels, Eric, that have said, yeah, give it a week. Again, why? My reasoning. Buster, this isn't something that is just, oh my God, our manager passed away. We got to, we're in a period of flux here. What are we going to do? Dude, Buster knew this was coming. This day was upon us.
Yeah.
The wheels were already.
Yeah.
The well-oiled machine. He's going to have a guy in place. And if he's done so many interviews already, I heard he was doing like 5 and 6 the other day in one day. So he'll nip it down this week, Eric. Give him a week.
And Ibrahim talks about this. Not my top choice, but I think it's going to be Hundley. Too strong of a link with Buster. Buster loved him when they played together. Yeah. But that's the thing. I'm not a fan.
Buying into this friendship.
And this is the thing. This is where he could be great. So let's get this straight. I just want someone who's been in the dugout before. That's all I'm saying. And again, this is where we're getting into that vote effect. Just because Stephen Vogt did it doesn't mean Nick Hundley's going to be able to do it. It's more than just going in the dugout and being a manager. You gotta communicate. You gotta lead men. You gotta deal with personalities. I don't know.
I got to ask some of the guys. If you're going to throw it, A dark horse, Matheny. Why? What connection? What has he done lately? I don't get it. Just a dark horse, Matheny, but why? Why? I mean, why would you bet on that? I'm going to take the long shot, Matheny. Why?
Not Matheny, no.
No.
Not Matheny. Why?
No.
No.
Not a chance. Why not put your money on Kapler?
Really?
Bring him back, Eric. Kapler 2.0.
Oh, son of a bitch. Let's not even go there. Hold on.
Greg,
Why
we
not?
are aware, must win for the Mariners on, well, it is Sunday here, so technically. Today, for me, must win.
Oh, it's a must win. Have to, because you don't want to go 0-2. We talked about it earlier. You don't want to go 0-2.
Cliff Martinez says Brandon Hyde is available. He's from North Bay.
Yeah.
He's not Canadian.
No.
Oh, the
No.
North Bay. Okay. I thought you meant North Bay.
No, he's
North
from
Bay
he's Santa Rosa, right?
North
Santa
Bay.
Rosa, something like that.
North Bay,
was
Ontario.
The former manager of the Baltimore Orioles.
I don't, Eric. Again, no offense to Cliff, but I don't think I think Lou has been just the opposite. He says hire the guy. Don't hire local because he's local.
Well, I think the reason why they say that is for the simple fact that he's used to being in California. I think that's
I think Lou is best man for the job and player too, for that matter. Hey, a lot of people, you know what I noticed, Eric? And I want to thank a couple of people who were in here for the first time tonight. I noticed. Hit the like, subscribe, and there's a little notification bell. I always don't even think of that, but you should hit it because Eric and I have been doing day shows, night shows, fun shows, sad shows. It's a clown show. You never know when we're going to show up, right?
Exactly. Don't worry, E-Cap will be coming to Galt to try your new burger joint. I have to tell you guys, Stevie Boy Burgers on Lincoln Way. Oh my God. Those things are freaking amazing. Or I should say that thing was amazing. Pretty damn cheap. $9.83 for a double cheeseburger and some French fries. Pretty damn good. Not too shabby. Speaking of burgers.
In the Mission, the best I've had in San Francisco. Literally dripping with flavor. The soft shell crab tacos pack real crunch. Nobody's number two. Straight toe-to-toe with the burger. Jalapeno chips, the perfect spicy complement. And that's a smoky Scotch cocktail with just the right amount of maple syrup to balance the smoke. A+ vibes and service. Highly recommend.
Dude, keep Matt Chapman away from the cocktail or he'll guzzle it. People forgot about that.
Oh, man. There you go, man. Those tacos are nobody's number two.
I love a good taco.
Oh, my gosh, man. Unbelievable.
Got a great voice, though.
Got a good speaking voice.
Can you imagine? Giant Sports Talk Live.
Oh, man. Is there another one? Hold on. Let me see. Is this it? Right? Is this a new one?
Eric was at the Gotham Club. Hitting the
wasn't
bar
it.
lately, have you, Eric? You been hitting the clubs?
No. Hold on, where is this? No, that's not what I want.
Eric?
Oh, I lost it. Whatever. Done.
The boys are telling me you have been spotted about town.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the boys are spying on you, Eric. There it is, the Gotham Club since 1883.
Yeah, buddy. That was so much fun. So much fun, dude. I tell you. Good stuff.
Good times. Good times had by one and all.
Awesome.
Good crowd coming in.
Bones.
You know it's playoff. It's playoff season. We're getting 200 some just in the YouTube channel. We got everybody else on X and all over the place. So whatever platform, welcome into what Eric calls the
fraternity we call Giant Sports Talk Live. Yes.
Appreciate
absolutely.
You guys.
Oh, let's see.
And regardless, if you're a Dodger fan, even I know we're supposed to. Come on.
Yeah, no. I mean, you're welcome here. You're welcome here.
Bud.
There you go. There you go.
Attaboy.
Oh, by the way, guys, let me know, who should I hype? Who should I hype for the offseason? Who should get a ride in the Whirlybird? I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? Who should I be hyping?
If I had my military grade binoculars, Eric, I would have thought a better close look might have shown me Bo Bichette just fly by.
Maybe, yeah. Hey, there's a few out there, right? You got Bo Bichette, you got Alex Bregman, you got Framber Valdez, Ranger Suarez, Edwin Diaz, Robert Suarez, Michael Conforto.
In last year's offseason,
Michael Conforto.
Eric, don't hurt yourself. Don't kill yourself. You put a lot of thought, you put a lot of energy, emotion into last year's offseason. They didn't do very much during the offseason, Eric. And it showed on the field.
Well,
so don't build yourself up. Let it play out. Don't build yourself up for a huge letdown and end up. I gotta keep tabs on you during the day, and I'm worried about you because, I mean, Jesus. When the day Juan Soto died, oh my God! There's the infamous night, of course, that we lost out on our. You knew that pitcher was coming here. You had him marked into the lineup.
I had him. Hey, remember? He's going to be a San Francisco. Remember, Corbin Burns is going to be a San Francisco Giant. And what happened?
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Mark, what's up, Mark? He says, "I'm more welcome here than many Mets chats." That's crazy.
Burns
That's crazy. I guess Mets fans don't want to hear some real talk from Mark, right? I think that's what it is. They don't want to have.
Mark comes up with some good takes here, Eric.
I'll tell you what. I'm not going to make a move. I'm not going to make a hype video of Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker is not going to come to the Giants. I don't think
the one.
We don't need. Listen to me. I'll tell you why. We don't need another left-handed bat. Let's talk about that. Guys, how many left-handed bats do we have in the lineup currently? Currently, we got Jung-Hoo Lee, Patrick Bailey, Rafael Devers, and potentially Bryce Eldridge. That's 4 guys. That's 4 left-handed bats in the lineup. Do you guys like that? Are you guys okay with having 4 left-handed bats? And if they re-sign Dom Smith, that's 5. Do you want to have 5 left-handed bats in the lineup? I think that's a bit of overkill. That's me.
Same can be said earlier in the chat. Did you notice somebody post up first part of the show? They said, the polar bear, we're back down these, oh freak, it's going to be a long off season. The polar bear would look good in a Giants uniform. And Eric, how many first basemen do we need?
Thank you.
Come on, you got to structure your team. You can't just go out plucking players at will all over.
Unless you do this, and listen to me. You want to hear something crazy? You want to hear some
here we
crazy
go with
talk?
the trade. Here we go.
You want to hear some crazy talk?
Oh, yeah, it'll be crazy. Ooh. Here we go.
This is crazy talk. Look, I'm just saying this is an option. I'm not going to say whether I agree or disagree. I'm just throwing it out there. Would you trade Bryce Eldridge for a starting pitcher or 2, sign the polar bear, and you platoon first base between Dom Smith and the polar bear?
If the polar bear signs here, Eric, he ain't signing here.
Would you do that?
Platoon. He ain't coming here.
No, because they could swap back and forth between DH and first base. So they're always in the lineup.
I think he wants to play, Eric. He's a player. I don't think you land him here and go, oh, by the way.
No, but then here's the thing. It keeps both players fresh.
I don't know.
Throughout the year.
I don't know, guy. Eric,
what you guys think?
And then what happens? He goes, yeah, I've signed a 2-year contract. You got me playing half the season at first in DH, and it's going to screw up my numbers. I can't see.
Kyle. See, Kyle, he's following along. Yeah. Is that what you said too? Insane. I didn't know you said that. I was just thinking about that. So Again, it's just throwing it out there. Not
Good
saying
point.
it can happen.
See, Eric is randomly throwing out thoughts.
First base or DH. You swap them back and forth, like
Yeah,
they
you
did
just
with Don
told me you
Smith.
were going to get So the Polar Bears. So then you're going to bench Dominic. Who benches?
Play him in outfield.
Somebody's
Play him in
benched.
outfield. You
Oh
play
my
Dom
God.
Smith in the outfield, or you just don't sign him.
Exactly. Pete he ain't going to DH here.
Hey. Enough of this. We'll convince him. Trust me.
I don't know. I think you're in left field.
I could be. It's been said before. I didn't even know you said that, Insane. I was just thinking about that. It just came to my mind.
Insane in the membrane.
It should be interesting. Look, I don't know what the Giants are going to do in the offseason, but I got a feeling Buster Posey. Hey, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
Uh-oh.
Let's recap last offseason and during the season. Did anyone at all see that the Giants go signing Willie Adames?
Well, I called that.
Okay. Did anyone see it coming?
Yeah,
What I mean by that was there any hints whatsoever? All you heard from Buster was we need to sign a shortstop. There was people that were wishing to have Adames, but there was nothing being leaked. Hey, looks like Adames might be signing with the Giants. It just happened, right? Mm-hmm. It came out of nowhere. When the Giants traded for Rafi Devers, was there any talk about that? There was. It just came out of nowhere. Even though it was being planned for weeks in getting this trade done, there was no one leaking that information. And lo and behold, all of a sudden, I'm freaking getting ready to watch freaking Giants baseball, and I'm getting freaking my phone blown up saying, can you believe what the hell just happened? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Giants just traded for Rafi Devers. I was like, what? So, look, Buster Posey wants to win, and he's not afraid to make big moves. He's not afraid in making big moves as long as it makes the team better.
As long as he's not afraid to spend the owner's money, Eric.
Yeah, hey, and they got plenty of money to spend. They have plenty of money to spend. That's a fact.
Wouldn't shock me if they bank some of it, though, Eric. That's the way this ownership is rolled.
But you got so much money. They got shit tons of money.
Yeah, they'll pull a Harold Ballard. They'll bank it and say, we got to work with what we've got, Eric.
And if they do that, then I'm not going to be a happy camper because you got the money to spend.
You'll be coming into
the minimum. The minimum of the CBT is $244 million, right? 244.
No excuses.
They are sitting, I think, if I'm not mistaken, at 160. That is a lot of money. A lot of money to get the 244. We're talking like $80 million, somewhere around there. That is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And to what Armand's saying, as long as the ownership, well, I think they probably want to stay under the CBT so they don't get penalized. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And they saw what Buster Posey did this year. And I don't think that you go out there and you don't go out there and get Devers and Adames and all these guys and extend Chapman to not spend money. They're spending money. That's the thing. They've already shown this last offseason that they're willing to spend money. 151 for Chapman, 180. 182 for Adames. You got over 280 with Rafael Devers.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants are spending money. I don't see that changing anytime soon, especially since they are under the CBT. We'll see.
You know what? Hey, you can say it if you want. Insane.
Mission Rock, Just Minx.
Ownership fully supports him, though. I hasn't played out yet, Eric. That's a broad step. I don't know about that. There's no proof to that pudding. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, the only thing that we have that can be based on that, they took on every single cent of the Rafi Devers trade.
Well, look, they signed a big deal with the biggest deal with Adames, so they could
Devers is the biggest.
They could come out and say, look, we have to build around our big contracts. That wouldn't surprise me, Eric. They could say we spent some serious money.
And you know what? I got a feeling if that's the case, Buster Posey would not be the Povo. He'd be like, all right, you guys find someone else that wants to do this because I want to win. And to win, you're going to have to spend money. Period. End of story. If you want to compete, and if you want to win in today's MLB, you got to spend money. Period. End of story. You have to. There's no way you cannot win and try to do it on the cheap. Now, that being said, there are some teams out there that are having some success. The Milwaukee Brewers, for example, right? They're doing it fairly on the cheap. They're doing it well. Toronto Blue Jays, they spent money on the offseason, right? Seattle Mariners, they've gone from being cheap to starting to spend money. They went out there and they're spending money. Who else? Who else is in there that's not spending a whole lot? Oh, Chicago Cubs. Hey, you went out there and you traded for Kyle Tucker and you spent a lot of money on your damn manager. So these teams are starting to spend some money.
These teams are also making the playoffs, Eric.
Yes, they are. So hey, if you want the talent, you're going to have to pay for it.
Well, they got to, you know what? They've got to kind of blow up the bridge, if you will, between Mission Rock and the ballpark. Like, let it be its own identity over there and stop with that. We heard less this year. Oh, my God. The year before last, Eric, on the broadcast. Larry Bear will be our guest. I'm like, holy fuck, that night, they didn't give you a moment of play-by-play the entire inning. Well, over at Mission Rock, I think we all seem to have caught that broadcast for some reason.
I know. That shit pissed me off.
Freaking
It was just bad. It was a bad look. It was half
an inning of it. It was an advertisement, Eric.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. When you're talking baseball, no one cares about that. And Armand makes up a great point, guys. This could throw a wrench in the whole works, talking about the lockout. So,
yeah, true.
Yeah, all right. He's in bed watching. Hey, there you go. Watching on his phone. Hello.
Hey, Mark. Hi, Mrs. Mark.
Hello. Oh, man.
What did Mark say? He says he's more welcome here than
Mets chats. Yeah.
Well,
you want answers? You can't handle the truth.
He usually brings the truth, Eric. He's a man.
He knows what he's talking about. Armand knows what he's talking about. Mark knows what he's talking about.
Mark is a fellow collecting entrepreneur.
Yeah, yes. Man, he sent some of the pictures that he sent of his collection. Woo!
You don't mess around.
Fantastic.
Mark, you and I got to hook up. Tell the wife, well, she can come if she wants. You're meeting me at the National next year in Chicago or wherever it's at. Let's go. Nice. Chicago next year. Mark and I are going to I'll spend all Mark's money on some cards. And then do a segment called Spending Mark's Money.
Spending Mark's Money. There you go.
What do you think, Mark? I think that'd be a great segment.
Nice.
Glenn buys cards with Mark on his dime. I like it.
Cliff, poor Mets fans, and only gets worse being a Jets and an Islanders fan as well. Ah, there you go, Mark. Deal.
Well, you did. You said it. All right.
As God is my witness.
Yeah. Has Mrs. Mark Met signed off on that?
Ah, well, there you go.
Actually, it's not far. He could probably drive. Well, how far is it? New York to Chicago. I guess he'd have to fly.
It's a ways.
Well, it's 5.5 hour flight for me there and 5.5 home, Eric. It's not exactly.
But it only looks this far on the map, right? It only looks this far on the map.
And you know what's worse? When Bernice books, I got us a deal. We're leaving at 12:06 a.m., the red eye.
Yeah.
But you'll be able to get to the show early. And I spend the whole day, like, I lay on the bed and I go, I'm just going to rest my eyes. And she's like, no resting your eyes. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hate the red eye. You must have got some flights in, Eric.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Military. You have to do a lot of flying and you get your air miles.
Did a few. Did a few going, deploying.
So when you had to deploy. Like when I was in hockey and I had to fly like, I don't know how many thousands and thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of miles. Oh, dude. I told you this story before. It's a quick one. When I was down in the minor league levels, you're always saying, dude, if I get to a higher level, we get to like fly, I'll never bitch and complain. Then you get there, and what do? You're flying and you're still bitching and complaining.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, dude. It just
Hey,
it
insane sports takes. Just so you know, we're used to this. Off-season talk, we get people from everywhere. That's how Mark and
that's what we
Armand,
like about it, Eric.
Alex
I don't know.
Latria, Benj. We had a lot of guys that found our show in last season's off-season talk,
I think Isabel did.
and it's fine. Yeah, there's a lot of Giants fans. Not going to say predominant, but there's a lot of Giants fans that will disappear when the season is over and if they're not in the playoffs.
Oh, Mrs.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble.
Mark.
Way to go, Glenn.
She ain't buying in.
Way to go,
literally.
dude.
She said he can go, but he has to leave the credit card at home.
Yeah.
So deals off.
Graham. Yeah, Graham's awesome. Graham is awesome.
Oh, that's why I like the offseason, Eric. We get different points of view. And the playoffs is when we really reel them in. Every night, you never know where they're coming from.
Oh, and then the off season, when you're talking like moves and trades, whoo, it gets crazy.
Deal, look at Justin. We make a deal with a certain team. Their fan base comes over, some stick, and it's great.
Oh, look at Armand's doing some work.
Shout out to Thumbs and Wilmer Flores Jr.
Where's Thumbs is out and about? He's an independent dude. He goes wherever the hell he wants to go.
Is Wilmer sleeping? No, he must. Oh, there he is. What are you doing over there? He's on top of. See if I put. Can you see him? He snuck over.
No.
Can you see? It's hard with my finger in the screen. Can you see behind his perch, his little thing?
Oh, I think I see it. Yeah. I think
he's laying on the freezer right.
Yeah, there. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Wilmer. No,
nope, he ain't coming.
He's locked in on things today, man. He's zoned in.
I tell you what, let me warm up my coffee and then see if I can find one of mine.
All right. He's going to feed Thumbs and warm up the coffee. Insane. I would be happy if we get one. That's the problem. It'll be February next year. Eric will be running out of gas, and he hadn't even gotten anybody up in the sky in that helicopter of his. That's the problem. The problem is people set the expectations high, and then we don't end up with anything remotely good to talk about, and it's almost spring training. Look at last year. Willie Adames. All right, that's great. Who else? Willie Adames. Oh, here we go again. So it's last year's team that didn't make the playoffs with Willie Adames. And we all know that we need a lot more than just one offensive player. We need pitching. We need a bullpen and starting and hitting. And Christ, guys, we don't even have a manager right now. So I don't even want to worry about what we sign and who we sign. Just get me a manager first. Oh, my God. I mean, because the manager and Buster, they're going to be on the same wavelength. Get the manager and then ease them in, get the work started. Armand, always putting in the work. Going to work on the MLB trade rumors. That sounds like a show in itself right there, Armand. Good work. Good work, my friend. Hey, Armand, you got the, not to rub salt in the wound, your Mets stink, but what about, you got the Jets on the gridiron tomorrow? What are the Jets doing? More crying in your milk jug tomorrow?
All right, here we go.
That
right, I can't hear nothing. This is Thumbs.
There's Thumbs.
This guy is something right here. I actually found him. Hold on.
Wilmer's jealous. He went.
Yeah, check out this guy. Look at this guy's feet. Hey. You got to look at this. Look at this guy's feet, man. This guy. Whoa, there he goes. There he wants to go. But yeah, I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. He's got huge feet. Almost looks like hands.
There they are. Oh, my God. He got knuckles.
He doesn't like
it. He got knuckles.
He doesn't like it.
He's not bad looking kitty either. Nice buddy.
I'll be back.
That boy. So Mark chimes in. Oh, well, first Armand says, Jets play the Cowboys. Then Mark says the Jets are losing to Dallas tomorrow. They can't. Jets play Dallas 0-5. Okay, yeah. So they both think they're going to lose. There you go. Okay, they're both playing the losing side of that ledger tomorrow. Armand says he doesn't get very upset when the Jets lose. He comes to expect it, and if they win, it's just a bonus, right? Enjoy some football. Yeah, Thumbs was ready to drop the gloves off with Eric. He goes, "Get me out of here. I'm not a circus act." That's the way Wilmer, the older Wilmer's just celebrated his first birthday, and all of a sudden now he's not as used to be able to bring him up and cuddle him and give him some screen time. Now he's like, "Get me out of here, dude. I'm not a circus act. I want to go sleep." Lately, he's been chasing imaginary flies or something. He's like looking around, he's locked in. There's nothing there. Oh, geez. See, I mentioned football, and everybody's coming with the Justin Fields and NFL. Yeah, appreciate that, Armand. He's going to do some work, look at who might go where, free agents, that kind of thing. He puts in the work. Good job. Real good job. And if you missed it earlier, thanks, Morkatna, Thumbs and Wilmer Jr., appreciate it. Getting some love on the show tonight. Giants Sports Talk Live, of course, is on hiatus, replaced by Playoff Sports Talk Live. And if you're just coming in, boy, did we have a lot to talk about earlier on in the show. 4 games total today, and there were some dandies. We had some that had offense. We had some that had, it was feast or famine when it came to the hitting, huh? Look at what we had earlier in the day. You had Milwaukee 9-3 over the Cubs, and the Jays 10-1 over the Yankees. Unbelievable. Brewers and Jays putting up 19 runs in postseason baseball. LA Dodgers, they fall down early 3-0, come back for the 5-3 win. Never count them out. I'm not going down that or I'd piss everybody off again, but Dodgers, do not underestimate this team. And then you had the pitchers battle, Detroit over Seattle 3-2. So tale of two cities today, 2 games where, you didn't have any pitching. And the other 2, some decent pitching. So
yeah, the first 2 were
tomorrow. That is the question.
Oh, yeah, here, let's do that. Let me bring it up. ESPN, ALDS's, ALDS's.
Yeah, Max Fried up against Trey Savage tomorrow. That one is a 108 start, Eric. And then at 5:03, where do they come up with this? Eric, not 5:02 and not 5:04, but at 5:03, it's the Mariners hosting Detroit. And the Mariners, man, if they lose tomorrow, and they very well could, they are in trouble.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Max Fried, what's Trey Savage? What's he all about? He's 1-0. He had one start. Did he have some relief appearances?
Trey Savage, starter.
Yeah. He only had 1 start, but I don't think he had 16 strikeouts. I guess he came okay. He had a no decision in there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he's done. Again, very, very small. I'm a little worried about Luis. What has Luis done? He's 11-8, 354.
Which one?
Yeah.
How can you have 2 teams with 2 one team?
They traded him away. They traded him away.
Oh, they only but earlier in the year, Luis Castillo pitched, and Eric said,
yeah, they got rid of Luis F. It wasn't Luis F.
Oh, there you go.
And Max Fried, we know
Forget
Max Fried
the
has
F
3.
out of here.
This is going to be tough, man. Both of them on Fox Sports 1.
Well, Eric, it would be criminal if they put it back on the True Crime Network.
I know, right? Or HBO Max.
You didn't get it, criminal.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, so the Tigers tomorrow, Eric. That pitcher, 14 strikeouts, first game.
Now, here's the question.
If he comes out as hot as like French fry grease, they are cooked in Seattle.
Did he, quote unquote, blow his load in that first game? Right? Maybe he has nothing left.
Pardon
Maybe
me?
he has nothing left.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, man, he freaking went out there and gave it all. He left it all on the field. Can he do the same with this one? We'll see. How many days of rest did he have? Was it normal days of rest? I'm guessing it was, right? Was it 4 days? Because he was in game 1. So yeah, I think he would have normal days of rest.
Tuesday, so here it is Sunday. Yeah, it's good. That's his rest period.
Rest period. So he should be okay. We'll see.
He's not going to say no to taking the ball tomorrow. He can put away the Mariners.
If they win tomorrow, wow. That's going to be tough for Seattle.
Yeah.
Is it how does the DS go again? Is it 3 games home and 2 games away? Is that how it works?
Funny you should ask that, Eric. I was just about to look.
Is it 3-2 or 2-3?
You have got
I think it's 2-3, right? 2 and then 3 on the road.
Tuesday they're in Detroit. Holy shit. So Tuesday they're in Detroit, then Wednesday they're in Detroit. And then next Friday they're in Seattle.
Oh, so it's 2-2-1. It's 2-2-1 if that's
2-2-1.
the case.
Yeah,
2-2-1.
2-1. So
Thanks,
that still gives the home team the advantage in a deciding game. That's pretty good. Oh,
Thanks, guys.
he was getting jealous.
Oh shit! He sees something up there on that printer.
He's ready to. Wilmer,
He's ready to leap.
Wilmer,
He's ready to leap. He's ready to leap.
Hey, Wilmer. So much for my new chair. It's got pock marks all over it. Those nails. Oh, you see the eyes on him? You missed that. His eye. He looked right in the light. Okay, get the hell out of
He's
here.
balancing.
Oh,
He's
he'll balance on a dude. He'll balance on a piece of yarn.
Those are. Oh, what is this? Let me see. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, little doohickeys here on StreamYard.
There he goes. Oh, he just moved over to the chair behind me. There's another chair. He's now he's balancing. Look at him. He's trying to get up on my printer up there.
Gotcha. Looks like Isabel emailed us on Giant Sports Talk Live, Glenn. Let's see what this is all about. What is this all about?
Waiting for that email. I've been waiting for a girl like you to send me an email.
Oh, saying Glasnow was not a surprise.
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Nah.
You didn't think he was going to be a starter?
I agree with everything that manager does, Eric. Everybody thinks I'm a Dodger fan.
I was surprised. Honestly, I was surprised Glasnow came out.
Isabel.
Hey, look, the thing is who else are you going to go to? That tells you they don't trust that tells you something. That tells you the Dodgers don't trust the guys who are in the bullpen. If you're going to put Glasnow and have him come out of the pen, then they don't trust the bullpen.
Oh, he's back, son of a bitch. Look, he wants up on the ceiling. I don't know why.
Ooh, they have
Like
two dogs, a German Shepherd and a blue staff. Oh man, those things are a Stafford. Those things are monsters, aren't they?
Wilmer. Boy, it's cool.
He sees something.
It's cool when he looks in the screen.
Yeah, he gets the glowing eyes. There he goes.
Oh, isn't that cool?
That's pretty cool.
Isn't that cool?
Kind of gnarly looking.
But where's he? See, when he gets that pose, he's leaping somewhere in a minute. No, don't he? He's gonna go.
Yeah.
Don't even look. See the paw?
He's
gonna go up on top of that printer, and I'm gonna have to get up and get the hell out of there. It's only this. This is like watching the bottom of the ninth again. Here we go.
Wilmer Jr. still in the show.
Does he come through, Eric? 2 outs in the ninth. Will he come through, or is he just gonna head back to the dugout?
See, that's the thing with cats. They're patient. They'll wait.
Oh, he'll wait till you and I aren't even watching.
Exactly.
Yeah. He said the boys are it. Oh,
he's going the other way. He said the hell with it. There he goes. Yep.
Bye-bye.
My Staffy gives me a headbutt. Yeah, those Staffords, man, those things are no joke.
Yeah, Eric, I don't think it matters. If you've got any pitching, you're welcome. If they get any pitching out of Glasnow and their new closer, Roki Sasaki, who cares who it is, Eric? Who cares? I wouldn't be bitching and complaining if the Giants had played today and you said to me, well, it looks like Kai Wei Teng is coming in for the 5th. I go, who cares if he gets 2 solid? Oh, see, he's trying to get on the freaking ceiling here. What the hell is? I told you, look at him. He's like a ferret. He sits up on his ass. Look at him. That's our ceiling.
He sees. I don't know.
He's trying to.
Hey, you might want to check for ghosts. That's all I'm going to say. You might want to check for ghosts.
Did you see we got a spider hanging there? That doesn't seem to bother him. But
no.
Anyway, yeah. Who cares, Eric? As long as whoever you bring in gets the job done. That's
a fact. Because in this time of the year, that's what it's about. Who's going to be the most effective? And again, I think it speaks highly about the Dodgers bullpen. It's leaky. It's leaky. And remember, I said that's an
I think
issue. Maybe
I think
they fixed it with
highly
Glasgow.
of the Dodgers bullpen or organization that they can call on anybody.
Let's see what happens.
I'll tell you one thing, Eric. I called him out earlier on the show. I listened to about 5 months of Greg from downstairs. How much it was a blessing we didn't get Roki, and I hate Roki. I thought originally he wanted Roki, but apparently for the last time, oh my God, Roki freaking Sasaki. Well, now if Roki Sasaki becomes the Dodgers' full-time closer and he
could be
lights out, then you know what, Eric?
Hey, I tell you,
pissed off.
I tell you what, when pitchers first come up, do you think they come up to the big league saying, I'm going to be a closer? Or usually it's they were a starter at one, right? You were a starter at one time and then you become a closer. Now
he was an ace starter before he came to the major leagues. An ace, like world class. He's only 20 years old, Eric. So, I mean, adapt or die. I've said that earlier today, too. A lot of these repeats, but adapt or die, Eric.
He's a young'un. So maybe he figures it out. Maybe he's a starter next year.
At 20 years old, if he's successful, he could be one of the great. If you are successful at 20 as a Dodger closer, he could break records, Eric.
Yeah. And that's a fact. He does have an issue with injury, and that is not good. That doesn't bode well.
Who?
But we'll see. Roki, he was out almost the whole year.
Injury.
Yeah, but that one injury kept him out almost the whole freaking year.
But just
that's not good.
You can't
that's
say
not good.
He's got a problem with injury. One injury, Eric.
I hear you, but when you have something like that and you're young, you just want to be careful. You don't want to have that reputation of you get pigeonholed. It happens, right? You get pigeonholed. Hey, you're prone to get injury. So we'll see what happens. We don't know. The reason Sasaki was coveted in Japan, they called him the monster. The monster.
There you go.
All right. I think we're done. Yeah, I'm done. That was a good show. Good show. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. And only 2 games tomorrow, Glenn. And they're nicely spaced apart.
How many shows are we gonna do? Mid-afternoon post game, or are we just going tomorrow night? What do you want to do?
It's up to you. How about you just want to go tomorrow? Since it's 2 games, you want to just go tomorrow night? I'm fine with that.
You know, who's playing first tomorrow?
The first is the Yankees.
Oh, let's go on. Dude, if I'm available.
I want to talk. Yeah.
If we say now we're not going to, tomorrow I'll be going, Eric, let's do it anyway.
Yeah.
Monday night was supposed to be, it was an off night for us.
Yeah.
And I lay there in on the bed. I was flipping the TV channel. We could have done a show.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it. We'll be back for 2 tomorrow. Let's do 2, or let's play 2, as the great Ernie Banks used to say.
I like doubleheader, Eric. We'll do after the, we'll be on after the Toronto Blue Jay win when Trey Savage makes like baseball history somehow, some way. And then tomorrow night we'll be talking about Detroit, Seattle.
Yep. Let's do it. Why not?
And decent time, not overly late. The game starts at, I believe, 5:00 Pacific. So
go on around 8.
Not too late.
Around 8.
I like that. Get back in a little bit of a, it's Sunday night, Eric, school night. You got to get to bed.
I hear you.
This baseball can kill you too,
Ain't that the damn truth? Let's get out of here. And who knows? Maybe there'll be Giants news. You never know. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for hanging out here on this Saturday night. You guys enjoy the rest of your night, and we will be back at it tomorrow with the first post game, probably around 3:30, depending on how long the game goes. And then we'll be back for the second one around 8:30. So
you know what I like to do in the postseason once in a while, Eric? I've been enjoying my baseball so much. You know what I like to do? This is where you say, what would you like to do?
What would you like to do?
I would like to find a little clip I want to use, first of all. See?
You're trying to find
stuff. This is like Saturday Night Live. There's no script here, guys. I had no problem finding it the other day. Son of a bitch.
What are you trying to find?
Oh, it's at the bottom. Hang on. You added a few things. We had the funeral last week, so I can get rid of that.
Yeah.
Sell. Well, they could still do that. I can get rid of some guys. Son of a bitch, it's gone.
What is it?
I wanted to play a little Take Me Out to the... Eric, how about we play
It's
this
in
instead?
There it is. There we go. I'm good with that.
So who wins tomorrow, Eric? Blue Jays, Yankees.
Blue Jays, I think, beat the Yankees.
Detroit, Seattle.
I'm rooting for Seattle, but I think Detroit's going to win it with Scooble going, man.
You got the Jays. I got the Jays. I got Detroit. Eric's got Detroit. That's why you come here, because we know what we're talking about.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.